Hey everybody, how are you? Happy Thursday. So, my original plan was to do a Facebook Live to update my friends and family that didn't know already, and I wanted to update them more in depth about what was going on with my health. So, I did a Facebook Live in my Fun, Fearless, and Focused business networking group because I felt like I needed to explain to them first, as they deserved it. They're in my e-course, I'm coaching them in business, so I went live there and I almost lost it a few times. So here I am on YouTube, and I will be posting this link on my Facebook pages to keep everybody informed. So, long story short, I was diagnosed with MS in August. The way I found out was pretty strange, and I was very lucky. I had to have a myectomy surgery, the third one in 3 years. It can come back in 3 years, so it was literally to the date, anniversary 3 years, and it was to remove fibroids. And my OBGYN actually was listening to every single symptom I was having. And I was saying how exhausted I was and dizziness and 10 other symptoms. And she said, Kelly, I'm so sorry, but I just cannot operate on you until I get clearance from a neurologist, because it sounds to me like you are having a mini stroke or you might have MS. So of course I lost it, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm 38. How am I having a stroke? Or MS just is not part of my life. I honestly still have no words. So, in order to get cleared for that surgery, I got my referral for the neurologist, and they said that it would take 6 weeks to get an MRI to clear me for the surgery. I had 5 business days. And the referral alone, if you've done one of these before, can take months. And that I got in a few days. Then the MRI, the neurologist told me it was going to take me 6 weeks to get the approval. And I said no. I threw a fit in the office, and I ended up getting my MRI that night. So I just want to point out that I'm sharing my story for 3 reasons. 1, because I feel like I just need to get it out. It makes me feel better. And if I'm hysterically crying at the end of this, at least I'm able to help one other person. I'm so happy about that. It would make me so happy if I was a voice to help somebody else that feels the way I feel right now. 2, if somebody's not listening to your symptoms, I don't care what doctor, where you are, if you do not feel good and you know that something is wrong, you need to fight like hell and make sure you get the right testing, the right blood work, and just keep fighting. Because if it wasn't for me doing that, I would not have found out about what I have right now. And so that's the second reason. And the third is just to bring awareness to this autoimmune disease, because no one knows about it. So anyway, back to my story. So I ended up getting my MRI, and they found lesions in my brain. And then I had MS, but a mild case. And I ended up getting my myectomy surgery, which had nothing to do with this at all. And that was 6 weeks recovery. I was totally fine. And then I went back to, okay, let's deal with this MS. What do I do? So I had 2 more MRIs and a spinal tap. And then they found it in my spine. The spinal tap came back negative. That was in the fall. And then following up with my neurologist, he wanted me to see an MS specialist, and he wanted another round of MRIs. And it had to be a clear vision, which they weren't doing in the first place. So it had to be an upgraded machine, and it had to be with and without contrast for all of them. and then also blood work as well. So they approved half of it, and I just fought with them and said, I didn't really say, I'm totally lying. I was screaming at them, asking them, if I'm going into this like coffin machine, why are you not doing, it's like common sense, like why aren't you doing the same exam like everywhere? Like why do I have to keep going back into this MRI machine and getting this done? It just because they want to like keep collecting money, like that's fine, but it's my brain we're talking about. And I'm like, when they inject you with this stuff, you can have problems afterwards, and my spine has been killing me since then, actually. Anyway, so I ended up fighting again, got the right tests that I needed, and got my results on Monday, this past Monday. Today's Thursday. So just to recap, my OBGYN is the one that told me that she wouldn't clear me for totally unrelated surgery. Ended up getting that done, find out I have MS. Okay, so I restructured my business, I rebranded, I had to close the doors on a lot of things that I was working on because, okay, now I have MS, like where is this gonna go? Like I'm not even on any medication for it yet. However, I already have to take 10 to 12 pills a day for everything else. And I was just like sitting and waiting around. And I know there's thousands of other patients, but it's just like, you think to yourself, okay, it's my body. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why can't you just like answer one email or follow up with one call? And it's just like so frustrating. And I honestly would get the insurance and the referral department and sometimes even the radiology department on the phone at the same time so that they can all have the one conversation needed and like move on with their lives. Like, let's figure this shit out. So I think I did that twice actually, and I'm glad. And you have to fight for your body. Like you literally have one. And finding out, so sorry, I found out I have MS. I'm waiting to see like where we are. Like this was what the second round of blood work and MRIs was going to determine. So Monday afternoon, I went into my neurologist and I had already gotten the reports prior to, which I always do, just in case somebody forgets to fax over paperwork. I say, oh, that's okay. And I pull every single thing out of my planner because I make sure that every single thing is done before I even arrive to any appointment so that they can tell me, oh, well, we have to reschedule, you have to come back. No, I'm sorry, you're not. Like, it's getting done today. And this is the attitude that you have to have. And I kind of sound like the bitch saying it this way now, but I really am nice in the beginning if they don't give me the runaround. And then sometimes you just have to fight, and that's what I've been doing. So back to my story. So Monday I was supposed to find out like where the MS was, and I knew that it was bigger. And then they told me that I have a rare MS, like a smaller version of MS, but what I do have is NMO. And this is an autoimmune disease. It is a lot, I'm 1 out of 4,000 people in this country that have it, and no one knows about it. Like I said, it's an autoimmune disease. You can be paralyzed, you can go blind. There's no cure. And the only treatment that was mentioned to me and that is available are a pill and chemotherapy. So and that's just to like live without pain because it gets so bad so fast. Where MS progresses, this disease keeps attacking and attacking and attacking and just like keeps getting worse and worse. And then that's how you lose your vision and that's how you become paralyzed. And I just like can't even comprehend that like this is happening to me right now. So I'm like, okay. And if anybody that knows me, like I'm always taking notes in my phone. I'm always writing stuff down. I've always been like OCD organized style. And I'm taking all this information in thinking it's like work. Like, okay, let's do this. Like 1, 2, 3. And then when I left, I just lost it. I'm like, oh my God, like this is my body that honestly today I'm still in shock. I can't. So the blood work came back positive for this and they found it in my spine. And the next steps are I'm just waiting for my doctors to all get on the same track, and then I have to go to the Cleveland Clinic to see the MS specialist because they think that I still have like a small rare type of MS plus this disease. However, this disease is worse. So we don't know. It's definitely NMO, Devick's disease, but MS could be there as well. So he's making the final, like, signing off on my case to then go after insurance to then get approval for this chemo because it's so rare. It's really hard to get approved, but that's the only way that I can help with my pain. I never really had pain. Like, I'm just getting really dizzy and I'm so exhausted. I shake a lot. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm like shaky, which normally I'm forgetting a lot, so I write everything down. But since that MRI and that stuff that they inject, my spine, my knees, and my arms, it's almost like a bruised feeling and pain. And so today I went to my physical therapy, which is for my vision and like a vertigo problem that is from this. And I just lost it because I'm kind of close with my physical therapist now because I see her twice a week, and I just like couldn't go through with it. I lost it. I started hysterically crying. I had a panic attack in front of like all these people. So embarrassing. And but that's life, and I'm okay now. And I just, I watch all these videos, and there's only one foundation that is trying to find a cure, but it's so new and nobody knows about it. And so I feel like my next, mission in life is to just take a deep breath and know that I'm going to be okay. And that I'm going to help find a cure for this. And that's it. So, look, I even matched my shirt. Anyway. I just wanted to bring awareness to this NMO and Devick's disease and hope that somebody can find a cure. And that's it, because everybody deserves a chance. That's it. Thank you so much. And if you guys want to share this video, I'm so embarrassed, but I'm totally going to post it anyway. Just please share this video because nobody knows about this disease. And we need to find a cure. Thank you so much. And I love you guys.